As a statistician, when I look at Scripture, I look at it, I've learned to appreciate from looking at the detail and how it lines up with science or history or whatever. I've learned that the details are really important, and that a lot of times we just read past some things or we misinterpret some things. Others from outside the church can say, well, that's just a stupid story. There's no way that that could be real. So a couple things that evidences of this in Scripture that I'd like to describe. We live in an incredible time. This week that we're filming is the week that it was reported that scientists believe they've found the Higgs boson subatomic particle. That's cool, that's exciting. We're gonna discover even more things now. There's this dark energy that is out there. What is this elasticity in the universe? These are impressive things. I think the more we discover of science, the more we're gonna keep finding just the precision and the beauty and the design that's evidenced by it. So interestingly enough, in Psalm 104, the psalmist is talking about how God created the universe. Now, we would have expected someone to talk in past tense about God, how God would have stretched out the universe. After all, a lot of scientists, even in just recent centuries, believed that the universe was static, that it's just here. But the Bible sometimes is a whole lot more scientific than we give it credit for. In Psalm 104:2, the psalmist, instead of saying that God stretched out the universe, it says, the verb tense is, he stretches out the universe. How did the Bible, 3,000 years ago, realize that, you know what, the universe is expanding at a faster and faster rate, and God is stretching out the universe? Again, if you watch the video on the Big Bang and the Bible, we'll realize that the verb tenses that Moses used back then were perfect. They were right on, so that it perfectly matches up what we see science tell us about the beginnings of the universe. So there's some details and some actual scientific thought in Scripture that preceded by centuries and even millennia the present thought that we've grown to understand. So it's impressive. Another one is in the 38th chapter of Job, when it talks about the cloud cover. You know, most of the planets in our solar system are covered with dense cloud cover, and scientists believe that we were initially too. Well, so how does the writer in Job know back in the day that there was a thick cloud cover that was over the earth and there was a darkness there? These little things that a lot of times look poetic, and it's some writer just tossed a few things down on paper about how things were. In reality, in the end, it comes to help us to recognize the fact that there are scientific details that occur in Scripture that predate our discovery of those scientific details by quite a bit of time. So it's an impressive book.